What's up, guys? Welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm back at Orange Buick GMC in Orlando, Florida, checking out the most expensive, the most luxurious trim of the GMC Sierra, 2024 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. And I'm going to take in a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to start with the front, the engine, the technology, and I'm going to take in a test drive at the end of this video. So if you like watching stuff like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on that bell notification ring bell. Now let's get back to this. And here it is, guys, the most luxurious, the most expensive GMC Sierra, that Sierra Denali Ultimate. It was introduced a couple years ago, but I didn't have a chance to take a look at it until now. And it changes my perspective, the way I look at the Sierras now. Now, I looked at them as a slightly dressed up Silverado. This, I can see basically a Cadillac pickup truck. Let's start with the design. It has this nice flat hood, couple grooves on it. And by the way, if you do like the color, this is the white frost TRICOAT. It has a lot of sparkle and looks absolutely great, especially in the sunlight when it hits it. Huge grille, right? It's covered in the black chrome. You also have the black GMC badging front view camera. Down here, you have some bright chrome with the bright chrome recovery hooks, parking sensors, fog lamps, all LEDs, and of course the large headlight unit, that's all LED. That includes your turn signals, your daytime running lights, and of course your headlights. And you have this slight opening on the side for this better aerodynamics. And trust me, you will need the camera because it is a large truck and you can barely see the front while you're driving it. So you'll need that front view camera, you need that parking sensors, and it is powered up by the most powerful engine in the GMC lineup. Let's see what it is. And here it is, guys, 6.2-liter V8 Ecotec engine, 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Not only this engine can handle the load, but it can get you 0 to 60 in about 5.4 seconds. So relatively quickly, considering the size of this vehicle. Now, if you're looking at the hood itself, it's got some sound insulation. It's propped up by the hood struts on both sides. And I'm excited to take it for a spin at the end of this video. And here it is, the side profile of this. It's a large truck. 231.9 is the length of this vehicle. 75.5 is the height. 81.2 is the width of it. So a good size. 22-inch wheels. I like the design of it. You have a little bit of everything. You have some bright chrome. You have some polished aluminum. You have some gunpowder metal color. 275 by 50 is the size of the tires. Now we have adaptive suspension on it for that better ride control. Also on the inside, you see this lining. That's for better sound insulation as well. And around here, you have this matte black cladding. On the side, Ultimate 6.2. So you know which trim you're looking at. The mirrors have the chrome tops of it. They also have the cameras, turn signals, and the blind spot assist. Denali in chrome, as well as the door handles and the surroundings of the windows. And right here at the bottom, you have the deployable steps. The bed itself, 69.9 inches as far as the bed length. We're going to take a look inside of it in just a little bit, but I want to show you one cool thing. If you're not sure of how much the vehicle weighs or how much it can tow, each of the GM product has a label right here on the door jamb. So it takes the guessing game out of it. And I love it because on the website, it says that the GMC Sierra 1500 can tow up to 13,200 pounds, which is true in certain configuration. But if you're not sure what yours can tow, you can take a look. And it says maximum towing, it says 8,900 pounds. That's on the conventional tow rating. If you have a gooseneck, it's a little bit different. Now, as far as the weight, we have the curb weight on it at 56 110 pounds, and we have the payload at 1450 on this one. So takes the guessing game out of it. I love it. So let's take a look at the bed. Here it is, guys. This is the back of it. Large LED tail lamps. You have some side steps to help you reach inside of this bed. Then, of course, the trailer hitch. We already talked about it. 8,900 pounds as far as the towing capacity. You only have the large connector. That's the 7-pin connector. You have the outlets for your invisible trailer camera system if you want to hook one up inside the trailer, one outside of the trailer. And this right here, there's a lock that locks up the spare tire that's located right underneath here. Denali spelled out, Sierra on the other side, GMC in black. Of course, a good looking truck, right? You have two cameras right here, and also you have two buttons, okay? Because we have this multi-pro gate that opens up like this. So first of all, if you want to open up just the top portion of it, okay, you can do so and use it as a bar or, you know, something to put your elbow on. But if you want to open up the top portion of it or the whole thing, you can actually do this if I ever figure out of how it's done properly. Okay, open this up, open this, then we have the step open. And if you need this additional handle to help you grab onto it, you can get inside the bed really easy. Let's see what's going on here. And that's where I call a fully loaded gate setup. Right here, you have this kicker system. That's where you can actually connect your phone via either Bluetooth, auxiliary, USB, or any other device that can connect to it and play it through the speakers for tailgating. Yeah, here's your USB and the auxiliary ports right here for your devices. And then it tells you like, hey, you know, this is how you can get in. Maximum 375 pounds. That's the weight rating of it. I think I can manage this. And we have the carbon composite bed on this particular one. So it's not really dirty, but it has some carbon inside of it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Now on the side, you have the 120 volt, 400 watts outlet. So that's the onboard generator. Here's your handle, grab on. Let's see what's going on here. You have the lights on top of the cab. You also have the camera, one for the rear view camera, one for the bed camera. This slides open. I'll show you that when I'm on the inside. And here's the bed of it. Let's take a look on the interior. And check this out, guys. Here's your rear door panel. So we have some leather wrapping over here. You have some embossed. This is not a defect. This is actually a map of Denali National Park right inside of it. You have the real wood trim, both speakers, both on top at the bottom, a little bit more storage in the door itself. And let's take a look at this interior. Yes, this is not a supervisor car. This is the supervisor's boss's truck. That's what you have. The grain, fully grain leather. I like it. Again, you have this embossed all over the place. This map of this Denali National Park right in the middle. You have the armrest folds down. You have the two big cup holders over here, and then you have some hiding spaces behind here. You can open this up, put some stuff inside. Now you can also pop these seats up in case you need to store something or carry something bigger inside of the vehicle itself. And of course, you have a little bit more storage underneath the seats itself. Both seats, driver and passenger, have some seat back storage. Both seats are heated. The outdoor seats are heated. You have the USB Type-C, USB Type-A. You have your own vents, cup holders. And let me jump inside, see how much room I'll have. And here it is, guys, with the side steps that deploy. It's really easy to get inside of this vehicle. Get my feet inside of here. Look at this. I can basically put my whole hand inside before I would hit the back of the driver's seat. Now I'm almost 6 feet tall. I have this seat adjustment to my regular driving position. I have this much room above my head because of the indent that GM does on these pickup trucks. So plenty of headroom, tons of shoulder room, tons of knee room, and truly a room for 3 people right here in the back seat. And of course, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Boom, quality, nice and heavy door. Let's look at the front door panel. Same thing as in the back. We have a lot of leather. This is this nice grain leather. By the way, the smell inside of this vehicle is amazing. It's like you're getting in some of the fine leather clothing gallery. That's how it smells inside. If you had the smell of vision, you can probably smell it through your computer or phone or wherever you watch this video on. Now you have some wood grain material, two memory seat settings. Now you also have the window lock, mirror controls, ultimate trim level. That's what we're looking at. Both stereo, more storage right here. I have the plenty of adjustments for the seats. You have the lumbar adjustment, you have the regular seat adjustment, and guess what? This button right here, what it does, it turns on the back massage. So this vehicle can even massage you. This is a pickup truck. Yes, this is the ultimate pickup truck. I love these seats, super comfortable. They're nice, they're wide. They might not be the most supportive thing, but definitely you'll make you feel like you're sitting in a good leather furniture, leather sofa, or you have some tubing right here. You have some perforations, contrast stitching, different kind of stitching, that white stitch. I love it. It looks really good. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel, what do you have? So you have your transfer case basically. So you have the two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, automatic four-wheel drive, your parking brake, your light controls and dimmer controls. Nothing crazy as far as the pedals. I don't see the pedal adjustment though. Kind of wish I would see that here. And on the left-hand side of the steering wheel up on top, that's HUD, that's head-up display, your info system, and the brightness of the head-up is display. Tilted telescopic as far as the steering wheel, and of course it is power. Let me jump inside, I'll show you the rest of it. And here it is, guys, the interior of this 2024 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. I gotta tell you, if Cadillac had a pickup truck, this would be it. The highest trim level available. And you can see it. It shows the luxury, the quality of the material, the craftsmanship. Everything is here, including right here. This is the real wood. This is, by the way, one of the glove boxes, the top one. Push the button, it opens up. Now, on the right-hand side of it, you see Denali, and then you see the longitude and latitude that will take you, if you put it in your navigation, straight to Denali Mountain in Denali National Park in Alaska, of course. And you have some good-looking trim. This is like the textured aluminum-looking trim, and everything right here on top is covered with leather. You have some tubing, contrast stitching. You also have the grab handle on the side with leather wrapping, and the A-pillar itself in the headliner is covered in this micro suede, kind of like Alcantara materials. The big head-up display, you can see it's blinking right now, but it's not really blinking in real life. You can see the speed, you can see the direction that the vehicle is facing, and right here, big steering wheel, trucky, right Denali, right in the middle, bunch of buttons on each side, and I like this trim that continues on the steering wheel, which you've seen on the dashboard basically. And then you see on the left hand side, as far as the buttons, you have the cruise control button, so you can set it, you can adjust the gap between you and the car in front of you for the dynamic cruise control, adaptive cruise control. You also have the lane keep assist, pedal shifters in the back. On the right hand side, you can control what's going on in the fully digital instrument cluster. The steering wheel itself, good to the touch. You have some contrast stitching on the inside. You have the attention assist. You can see that basically looks at your face, making sure you're paying attention. And here is your digital instrument cluster. A lot of stuff going on in here. Let's see. Speed. Now we have the drive summary. Trip 1, trip 2, basically. Now we have the timer, tire pressure, driver assistance, oil life, brake pad life, air filter life, blank page. We go to settings. So if you select this, you can see which items are selected to be displayed in this infotainment or in the instrument cluster, which ones are unselected, and you can basically decide what you want. Now also, if you look at the pages right here, we're moving to the radio media. So you have the AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth. You also have the compass, the direction which the vehicle is facing. That's going to turn into navigation once the destination is put in. No phone connected. We have the display layout. We can select the left side info. You can see how it highlights right side info, and then you can select what's displayed here. So you have the compass, time, temperature, tire pressure, fuel economy, trans fluid, or none if you don't want this. So definitely lots of customization in here. You can do the same thing for the right hand side, of course. And then what's the other options in here? So we have the navigation, we have the phone connections, wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, and then we go back to the info pages. Of course, on the right hand side you have the tachometer, on the left hand side speedometer, at the bottom you have the temperature and fuel gauges, and of course right on top you can see if there's anybody left in the car. See, all three seat belts in the back are unbuckled, and one in the front, that's mine, that's unbuckled, so that senses somebody sitting here. So that's just kind of a warning, say make sure you check, make sure everybody's out of the car before you actually leave. That's it as far as the instrument cluster. Let's move on to this huge screen, 13.4-inch screen. This is the Google system that GM's been using on a lot of their vehicles, the newer vehicles especially. We had this home button underneath this power knob and volume control, and this takes you to this main screen. So you have that trailering. We're gonna go to the main screen. So audio, as far as the audio, we have the Bose stereo, 12 speakers. Well, yes, it's not 24 speakers like on some of the high-end models, but it's a good sounding stereo system. Then what else we have? AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, news, podcast, because it's a Google system, so you can actually listen podcasts right from this infotainment system by itself. Of course, you have to connect it to the internet, so you can't forget that. And or go back to the home screen, maps. Here's how the map look like. Look, nice, bright. If you're a Google Map user, you're going to be in heaven, because this is exactly what it is. You can easily search the destinations by several different ways. You can do it with voice control, you can type it in, you can just select that point of interest and then go back. Let's see what else we have. Phone. So we can connect the phone via Bluetooth. Of course, you have the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Neither one of them are connected right here. Cameras. Let's see what we have. So yes, this has plenty of cameras. And then you can see different cameras right here. Front camera, rear camera. Okay, now we have the bad camera. This is the trailering camera, basically. Now we have the top down from the front. And then on the side, make sure we're not going to hit anything. A little grainy, to be honest with you. I hope it was going to be a little bit better quality. This is the trailering camera. This shows you here's a trailer hitch. So if you're backing up, that's where it's going to help you out with connecting it. And now, of course, you have the bad cam as well. So here's your camera system, Google Assistant, Play Store, trailering, climate. You have the climate control settings. You can set it up right here. You can also set it up at the bottom with the shortcut buttons. We're going to go back to this. Settings, as far as the vehicle settings, plenty of customizations, connection, vehicle, apps, date, time, display, sound, user, storage, system updates. There's your Google system right there. Wi-Fi hotspot, Amazon Alexa, My GMC, podcast, news. That's what you have. Now, this screen is divided into like two different sections. This is the 2/3. This you can select, for example, if you're doing something, this you can be multitasking, right? You can select different climate settings while having the navigation going on the right hand side. You can see what's playing, connect a trailer to view status. Yeah, because it does have this trailering app. When you put the measurements and the weight of the trailer, it's going to help you with that as well. But overall, a great looking system. I'm really impressed with it. Finally, we're in the 21st century, and I like it. Down here at the bottom, this is the big engine start stop button. You also have a bunch of settings for the seats. So you have the ventilated seats, heated seats, the heating elements, whether you want just the back or back at the bottom, and as well as the heated steering wheel. Down here, you have the lane keep assist, parking sensors. You can turn on or off this engine start stop button. You can open up the gate. Here's your hazard lights, of course, traction control, downhill assist, and then you can lower all four windows by pushing one button. Then we go to the shifter, regular style, kind of masculine. I like it. So you have the regular PRNL, drive and low if you wanted to. Here's your trailering gain assist if you trailering something. You also have the big cup holders, USB type A, USB type C. Love the leather on it. This is the grainy leather, kind of like the height which you see on the Ford King Ranch or some of the higher end Ram trucks. We didn't have it before. Now you do. Now here's your wireless charger. regular 115-volt power outlets. You can connect your laptop or iPad, whatever you want to connect here. USB Type A, USB Type C. Remove the drawer for more storage down here at the bottom. And that's what you have here. Now I want to show you the door again. Look how nice it looks. Look how this stitching, this wide stitching looks. Grainy leather. You have ultimate. Again, the longitude, the latitude is right in there in case you forget where the Denali National Park is. You also have kind of an embossed map inside of this leather, different color stitching, tubing, perforation. Everything is on this seat. This vehicle looks great. Let's see, as far as the mirror, okay, yes, you do have the digital mirror, although I kind of wish that this mirror was a bigger size. A little bit bigger wouldn't hurt anybody. You have the HomeLink system down here at the bottom. And then, yes, you can open your sunroof, slide it open. You can tilt it open. You can just open the cover. Actually, this is, I'm sorry, this is for your rear window. You can slide this rear window open. And then there's this micro suede headliner. Open this up. You have the nice windscreen. Let some air, the nice, beautiful Florida 100-degree air inside of this vehicle. We'll close it up and enjoy this air conditioning system. And right here, you also have the OnStar SOS. You can turn off, or you can have there's an indicator that the airbag is off. One-touch operation for the sunroof, manual sunshade. This vehicle looks really good. Let's see. Do we have illuminated mirrors? Of course we do. Illuminated mirrors, big visors. I like it. Take it for a spin. Hey guys, this is a boss's car, right? The most expensive, the most luxurious. I'm sure you're wondering how much it is. Well, this particular one is listed for just over $87,000. Starting MSRP about $82,500. We have the Super Cruise that's added onto it. Sadly, I won't be able to demonstrate it because it requires a subscription. We also have the carbon composite bed liner that's on this vehicle, and the destination charge. Starting MSRP $82,500 for the Denali Ultimate, but it doesn't have to be that expensive. If you're looking for a GMC Sierra 1500, they're actually start in the mid 40s. And trust me, there's so many incentives on those vehicles right now. I've seen dealers, advertising $10,000 off on certain trim levels. It starts with the Pro, 46,500, I believe. Let's take a quick look on the website. 46,700. It comes with the 2.7-liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine. We have 310 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque. SLE 54.8, elevation 55.2. Now we have the SLT. That comes standard to the 5.3-liter V8, 57.9. We have the AT4 starting at 66,100. That comes standard with a 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel with 10-speed automatic transmission. Now we have the Denali. Denali's always come standard with this engine, 6.2-liter V8, AT4X 79.2, and the Denali Ultimate 82,500 starting MSRP. Now let's see how this Ultimate trim drives. So I've driven this vehicle around the block a few times. I kind of wish that I had more time to spend with it. I've noticed a couple things. First of all, you truly feel like you're on top of the world. You sit up high. You have this huge windshield. Gives you this commanding view of the road and the neighborhood and everything else. Big mirrors, just the right size without being those huge, obnoxiously big towing mirrors. Now, the one thing is the door, those grab handles right here on the side, well, they serve the purpose to help you get in and out of this vehicle. I don't know, that just always catch the corner of my eye, and maybe it's just a matter of time of getting used to it, but this would be something that's always in the way of sight. Now, it's not really blocking anything, it's just drawing my eye to it at all times. Now, what else do we have as far as this vehicle? Big flat hood, but I'm glad that it has all the parking sensors and the front view camera, because you can barely see the front end. So if you're pulling up to something, or if you're backing up to something, you really need to utilize those cameras right here. that digital rear view camera mirror. This is something that I've been saying that this should be a standard equipment for pretty much every truck or pickup truck. Everything that you put stuff in the back that can block your line of view, this is a great feature to have, as it basically looks beyond that and you can see clearly what's behind you. So I kind of wish that this camera mirror was a little bit larger, but nevertheless it's there and it's definitely serving the purpose. The engine feels strong, it feels powerful. Well, it is. It's a 6.2 liter V8 engine. What's not to like about it? Some of the people commented on my last video when I did the review of the Ram 1500 with the new inline 6 Hurricane engine that if it's not a V8, it's not a real truck. Well, I hope you like this 6.2 liter, 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque. Yes, it's not going to have the best gas mileage. 16 is the combined number. 15 in the city, 19 on the expressway. But that's the cost of having a V8 on the large truck. 5,900 pounds is the weight of this vehicle. So definitely you need a big engine to move this large truck. And this 6.2 liter engine definitely delivers that and more. 5.4 seconds is what's listed as a 0 to 60 time on this truck. And let's see how it feels. We have it at 0. Let's go. Did you hear that? I mean, you actually had the rear wheel spinning for a while. That's how much torque you're getting to it. Now we're in the rear wheel drive mode because I have it in the auto, so it didn't really transfer it over to all four wheels. But yeah, 0 to 60, no issue. It's not about racing. It's about merging in traffic. It's about being able to avoid an accident or pass somebody and move back to your lane. So I like it. I think that GMC really stepped up a notch and it really moved up a few notches in my book as far as what I thought about it. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I always thought about it as a dressed up Silverado up until I got into this trim. And although this would not be my trim of choice, honestly, I would most likely go with the AT4X, the more off-road capable version of it, because that would fit my lifestyle better. But it's great to know that a GMC has something available for those buyers who seek the luxury and don't really want to go for the luxury car. They want to go with the luxury pickup because they still maybe have a business to run. They still might have to, bring something to the job site, tow something, and they want to do it in style. At the same time, they want to take the same vehicle, the same truck to the restaurant and show off. And trust me, there is something to show off with as far as the luxury aspect of this vehicle. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned one or two things, and if you did, it would mean the world to me if you click that like and subscribe button and turn on that bell notification ring bell so you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.